Makes you think that I'm an answer if you ain't mine. Even if you call. All right, so we'll move on. Okay, we gotta talk about Target. We gotta get back to on our subjects. Um, make sure you guys are hitting the like button. Make sure y'all are. Let me see, where is it? I hate when I. Oh, here we go. Here we go. So yeah, make sure y'all hitting the like button, y'all. And share this video out there. Tell your friends about it. We're gonna continue to roast Target every single day of the week until they get their act together. Okay? Until they get their act together. Elon Musk predicts class action lawsuit against Target after company loses 15 billion. Now shout out to Timcast IRL who did a video on this earlier. I only watched a portion of it though because I don't want to have my thoughts kind of manipulated by watching his video. It says Elon Musk expects retail giant Target to be hit with class action lawsuits from investors after the value of the company sunk more than 15 billion since the chain's controversial Pride collection sparked calls for a boycott. Musk, the Tesla mogul and world's second richest person, reacted on Twitter to a tweet by conservative commentator Charlie Kirk, who wrote, "Breaking: JP Morgan just downgraded Target stock after its longest losing streak in 23 years, citing too many concerns rising." Now, if I'm not mistaken, Target was hit with threats that if they didn't get their act together by, I want to say, the fall, that they would be I mean, I don't. Was it Bud Light or was it Target? I thought it was Target. They had got downgraded. They had received threats. They would be what's the word for it? Not kicked out of the stock market, but something along that line. Somebody in the chat knows better than me. The bank also cited controversies involving Target, namely the outrage sparked by the company's LGBTQ friendly Pride collection. Won't be long before there are class action lawsuits by shareholders against the company and board of directors for destruction of shareholder value. Kurt replied to Musk by encouraging legal action against the company, writing 97% of Americans would prefer depoliticized corporations to the hyper-political ones today. He said 97%. I want to make sure y'all compartmentalize that the right way. Kirk replied to Musk by encouraging legal action against the company, writing 97% of Americans would prefer depoliticized corporations to the hyper-political ones today. What does that mean? He's saying that 97% of the American population would prefer companies that just don't speak on political issues. And, I was born in 92. I'm only 30. I'm about to be 31 in September. But coming up, I don't remember companies being this involved in political shit. When did it start? Does anybody in the chat know? Like, who was the first company to come out and start taking political stances? Who started that shit? I don't know. The earliest I can think of is at the height of the Me Too movement. Was it Gillette? That's the earliest I can think of. Did it start with Trayvon Martin? I don't know. Either way, okay, Reed in the comments on YouTube says they were pro-war or anti-war in the 50s and 60s. Okay, cool. Okay. So it's not something that's brand spanking new. The post has sought comment from Target. A new report over the weekend found that Target funded a nonprofit that calls for shutting down Mount Rushmore because the landmark is a symbol of white supremacy, demilitarizing the violent U.S. Military, and imposing sanctions on Israel. The Cheap Chick discount retailer continues to face backlash over LGBT friendly kids clothing. The Minneapolis-based company stock was trading more than 2.4% lower on Monday as 2:52 p.m. Eastern Time. In the last month, the stock price has fallen by nearly 17%. Guys, you can't make this shit up. Target and Bud Light recently came under fire for their efforts to appeal the LGBTQ community, only to come under more fire when they tried to backpedal. Target has long marketed to the LGBTQ community. Listen, the Bud Light effect is getting real. And we got another company that's going to show you that in a little bit. But we're not there yet. The Bud Light effect, I cannot wait to see where this goes. Because so many companies are becoming nervous. And I understand they got to adhere to these ESG scores to get their funding. And they got to get, man, they stuck between a rock and a hard place. But the problem is, when you pick a side, you alienate the other side, moron. And the thing is, the question is, okay, they've been doing Pride Month for years, right? So what's the difference now? The difference is people are fed up. All right? It was cool when it was just you dressing up in a miniskirt as a grown-ass man. All right, cool. But now you around here munching on kid butt. I'm not with all that. Pride clothing for children, man. If y'all don't get out of here, shout out to Hypnotic, who's in the chat. He says SSS. Not sure what that means. But shouts out to you, bro. I appreciate you for stopping by. It's always a pleasure. But again, Target better get their shit together, dog. Really? Is there any getting your shit together at this point? I don't know. Because you got some that are doubling down, others. How long? What I think they're doing is they're betting on you not being able to keep the boycott going. What I was debating on, and I know I haven't did the street interviews yet, but what I was debating on is, because I got a Target right up the street. I'm debating on going up there and asking black people why y'all still shopping here. And recording it. I'm debating on it. But anyway,
let's go. Beat that thing down like you started attention, my baby. You had some plans with your man, just tell him to cancel.